Yo, what it do? So this is going to be a semi-quick guide on how to average 11 to 13 points a game with no less than 10 during the games where RNG just is not on your side. Now, this isn't going to be the most detailed guide on the internet as far as information on the full minigame itself, but more so just going to be detailing the best way to get points for both point types, not just combo runes for elemental points. However, I do use combo runes every time I go into an elemental rune to maximize the efficiency of this method. Now, if you don't know anything about the minigame, the only real requirement from my understanding is Temple of the Eye, which is a super easy quest and shouldn't take much time to complete. Now, I'd also recommend getting the Varrock Diaries done. That way you can get the Varrock armor to help out with the resource collection part of the minigame, but it's by no means a requirement, and you'll still be able to get plenty of points every game. For the rest of your gear slots, you're going to want to equip all of the Guardians of the Rift outfit pieces you have and fill in the gaps with graceful or any weight reducing items you have just to make sure you don't run out of run energy. But I'll be honest, I've never even gotten close and I'm only wearing 2 pieces of graceful. The lantern, which is a reward that you can pull from the chest, is also going to help you get points as you can put U-logs in it and it gives you a 10% chance to double your contributions per action. Now aside from that, you'll be wanting to grab your best pickaxe, all your essence pouches, and your rune pouch filled with astral, cosmic, and air runes if you have lunar diplomacy done and have the magic level required to cast NPC contact. That way you can save yourself time repairing your pouches. Also, if you have high enough magic level to cast magic imbue, go ahead and bring 2 fully charged mining necklaces and equip one. Then withdraw all of your fire and water runes and fill the rest of your bank. This is going to save you a tick every time you go to deposit runes, which not only speeds it up, but makes it just a tiny bit lazier, which is why we play this game, of course. Now, I'm making this guide, and I only have 73 rune crafting, so I don't even have the giant pouch, let alone the colossal pouch. AKA, this method could be even more efficient if you have over 85 rune crafting. I'm thinking maybe upwards of like 15 to 16 points. I'm not even gonna lie. Now, I've had a run play in the background, which you could slow down and watch back if you want to learn the strategy that way. But if that's not your steez, then in a moment, I'm actually going to go ahead and do a run. That way I can narrate step by step to explain the decisions I make and how to simplify your decision making so you can maximize your points per game. If this video helps you at all, I'd appreciate if you tell a friend that the best Guardians of the Rift guide is in, and drop a like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Now on to the show. Alrighty, so at the very beginning, we're going to go ahead and use our spec real quick on our dragon pickaxe. That way you get a couple extra levels, and pretty much what we're doing right now is we're just going to go ahead and mine until at least 140 at the earliest. And really the only time we leave at 140 is if there is a fire altar up, because then we get an overcharged cell to start the game. Now there's an occasion where we might go at 120, but that's only gonna be if we're mining at an efficient rate to where we have over 200 fragments by the time the fire tiles, or by the time the fire altar is at 130, because then you can leave around like 125, 126 and make it to that fire altar, get an overcharged cell, and then enter the initial portal. Now, aside from that, there's a couple other tips that I want to mention right now. You need to make sure you have the rune crafting plugin. There's a helper that you can download, and I'll put that on the screen. And also make sure you have the Guardians of the Rift plugin, which is going to give you this the menu at the very top here, and so, or the little on-screen display to help you know the potential and all that type of stuff. And so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to 140. The only other rules really are avoid cosmic runes at all costs. You will never go into a cosmic rune. Every time you go into an elemental room, you will be using combo runes. That way you can maximize your efficiency. Use water runes if you're going for profit, because they are the ones that cost more for some reason, the water combo runes. And make sure your pouches are charged up at the beginning of the game. And no matter which rune you're going for heavy, the opposite rune, you should always at least get a couple runs in, because it's going to increase your chances of getting points significantly, just overall points. And okay, so see here, we're probably going to go for this fire altar. Yeah, I think let's go for this fire altar. Because look, we got 225 fragments. Fire altar will give us a guaranteed 22 and 22 in each points just to start the game because the cells on the ground are not overcharged. I was going to fast forward this, but I guess I had enough talking to do. So now we do this, and then we got the overcharge cell. We are a couple seconds ahead, so we can go ahead and we want to make sure we place this in a cell that has not already been upgraded because that's going to give you the maximum amount of points. Boom. Okay, well, look at that, 44.22. And that's because I have the lantern. So there's a possibility that you can get double points per contribution action, or a double contribution per action is like a 10% chance if you have U logs in your lantern. So now you get the portal, and now we're going to be in rotation. It's going to be 2 workbench inventories and 1 portal. 2 workbench inventories, 1 portal. And pretty much the main premise of this is to just stay as efficient as possible. That is literally the goal here. Boom. Magic imbue. Use your spell, and since we're in the water altar, we're going to have to use fire runes. Boom, boom. And then you can auto deposit because you filled your bank after you pulled out all your water runes and fire runes. Then you hit the workbench. And you want to make sure at the beginning of the game you have 10 cells, because to get the maximum efficiency and to be able to hit that 13 points, it's going to require a little bit of RNG, and also it's going to require you to have your 10 cells because you're going to need to use all 10 of them if you plan on having 13 points at 73 room crafting. Now, once you get higher room crafting, I literally can guarantee you can get 15 to 16 points. Guaranteed. Because at 73 room crafting with 3 pouches, I'm averaging 11. And 11 to 13 is what I'm averaging, literally. 10 at the very minimum, and that's if I'm going super heavy on catalytic because you don't get as many combo rune inventories. But yeah, it's just rinse and repeat. This is the process. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Every time you get a talisman for the fire altar or a talisman of the death altar, or blood if you're higher than 77 room crafting, always keep that in your pocket for when you don't have a room up that's going to be an overcharged cell. So here we go. Go ahead and hit this death altar. Because right now I'm trying to majority get elemental. I like to go 100 points in one and then 100 points in the other. 100 points in one, 100 points in the other. And what will happen usually is you'll end up with like 200 and 200. That's pretty much when it'll even out, because you'll get points in the other gradually, especially when you're going super heavy on catalytic. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to go ahead and hit the fire altar when we get out of here. That way we get the overcharge cell and we get the maximum amount of points because we can combo rune. This is looking like a pretty good run right here though. This might be the 13 pointer. Like I said, this is without the giant pouch. I don't even have the giant pouch. The colossal pouch, you should easily be getting 15 to 16 points. Don't see any reason you wouldn't be. I might start fast forwarding the workbench inventories for the rest of the game, just because you already know what's happening. I don't really need to explain too many more tips at this point. It's more so just watch and learn, and you can see exactly like my efficiency. The only other things, boom, here we go. The only things I can think about to add are like pretty much things that I've seen in other videos that don't really make too much sense. So like, you'll see, hold on, boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, so when I exit here, I've seen a guide where it tells you to go and deposit your points and cells right away. I don't really understand that. Just skip that, go straight to depositing your runes here and hit the workbench. Okay, boom. So there's a couple things that I do want to say. I always, if the timer for the death altar or fire altar or at like 12, 11 seconds, you might see me skip a fragment or two in my inventory simply because I don't want to miss those rooms. And there's a possibility I misclick, and I want to give myself like 2 seconds of error. And the time since portal spawn is about 110 seconds, so that's something to remember. And another point is at the very end of the game, you'll see it says it's 100% done, but you have, I don't know the exact amount of time you have afterwards, but you have a few seconds. So you can go ahead and get those last points deposited, or that last cell deposited, just to increase your chances. And pretty much I think the main point of this video, or a point of this method, is to get as many overcharged and strong cells as possible. If you want maximum points, that is what it comes down to. It is how many overcharged and strong cells can you get. And that's where RNG comes into play, because there have been games where I'd get 9 or 10 points simply because I'm going for catalytic and I get no death alters. Like, that can happen because of the rotation you're on. If you're on 2 workbench and then portal, 2 workbench, portal, you're going to miss a couple of rotations on the altars. So there are those chances where your RNG is just going to be so bad that you're going to get maybe 1 or 2 overcharged cells in the whole game. And that makes a huge difference, because after those initial cells of the upgrading the shield, each overcharged cell is 15 energy towards each point type. And that's going to give you, that's 15% chance at an extra point every single time until you hit that 100 point, or that 100 mark, and then you have a guaranteed point. So just imagine if you're able to get 8 overcharged cells, 1 being the very beginning. That's a guaranteed 2 points with a chance at 4 points. Even though it'd be a very slim chance, it'd be like 15% for 4 points. But it's that simple, the difference of using the cells and actually making sure you're getting the overcharged and strong cells as much as possible. And also another point is, say I was still at the workbench right now and there's like 20 seconds on that portal. I could go and make an inventory, come out, and then hit that portal. You don't have to like sit around and really like wait if the portal's about to spawn right now, or about to spawn in 10 seconds, let me wait so I don't miss it. As long as you're not in the cosmic room, you'll be perfectly fine. That is the whole reason I avoid the cosmic room, is because of how long it takes for you to go to that altar from that portal. We are doing really good here though. I really would love this to be a 13-point game. And you see it's still like decently balanced. Like I said, I am going for more elemental rooms right now because I want to hit 100 elemental points, and then probably have like around 20 catalytic points, and then go 100 catalytic, and then probably have about 40 elemental type of deal like that. Okay, so see, look, hold on, I'm gonna try to get this last cell, see if I can. But look, I have a chance at 13 right now. A very high chance at 13 at that, 73%. No, are you kidding? Whatever. On that note, hope that helped. If it did, please like and subscribe. Have a good day.